Mary Magdalene, the fire in your belly. Dear beautiful men and women, it gives me great joy to be here with you. I am a sister to you. I was called Mary Magdalene in an earthly life where I attracted a reputation that has affected me greatly. I was on earth with Jeshua, and I was touched by the light that he came to bring. A light that lives in us all. It is the spark of the divine that radiates from everyone's eyes, if you look for it. I see your divinity, I am convinced of your strength and your light. I am here to make you more aware of this fact, so you will feel it, and know, this is me. I know my own answers, I feel my own strength. I become my own guide. Many of you long for another reality, another vibration, that brings more ease, more harmony, and greater inspiration. It takes much effort to be fully incarnated here, because of old energies of pain and heaviness that hinder you, and sometimes you get buried under the weight of the negativity of the past. I am here to encourage you to believe in yourself. You are one of those who come to bring about change, a new beginning. The spark of light in you is not extinguished, it is alive, and that is why you are here. Feel this fire, this light in your heart. I am with you and touch you with a gentle gesture, to remind you of this. I do not want to force anything from you, I would like you to make yourself great and to realize who you are. Imagine that in the middle of your heart burns a candle flame. Move slowly with your consciousness into that flame, and feel how calm and perfectly formed this fire is. You are old, and have already been through a lot, your soul is not here for the first time. Feel the warmth of this light, this flame, that now spreads throughout your heart, it fills your entire chest and arms. Feel how you can also relax into this warm light. It is the light of your soul, the light of who you are. It is a golden light, acquired through your knowledge and experience, the love and wisdom that you have built up in yourself. You sometimes still deny that you have this potential at your disposal, but I see it in you, and call upon you to be proud of it. You are not to be ashamed of it. Stand in your own light. Now imagine that this light from your heart, that torch, is spreading to your belly. Let the light from your heart flow all the way into your belly, deep down, so it connects to the lowest chakra, your tailbone. In this way, your soul energy finds its way into the earth. Feel how the earth welcomes your being, who you are. She takes care of you, she wants to receive you. Your soul energy is, for her, more than welcome. Feel now how the earth embraces you with compassion. The energy of your soul is received by her. Allow that to happen and make yourself great. Why is it still hard for people to be present on earth, with the spiritual energy from their core? I just spoke about old energies that are present in this atmosphere, the collective atmosphere surrounding the earth. There is a lot of fear in the old energy. Many of you have led lives on earth where they had to deal with power or powerlessness in one way or the other. Life was a struggle between the powerful and the disempowered. Your position in society often defined on which side you stood. But even then, there has always been that calling in your soul. As I said, you are not here for the first time. You have already felt the calling to spread your light here, to open your heart, and to make a difference. You are a pioneer of consciousness. You have already been touched by the light of the Christ energy, and you wanted to plant those seeds in human consciousness. But many of you have experienced powerlessness when doing that. You had the feeling of not being understood, of being rejected, disempowered. That is why many of you light workers have felt the need to withdraw. You think, I will keep this fire to myself, hidden. It is dangerous to let it show. That has been the reaction by many of you. Therefore, you are not used to allowing your greatness to shine by spreading your natural knowledge and wisdom and awareness around you. Let us now turn to the part of you that has become afraid of this earthly reality, of the forces and powers that are against you, and the standards and the rules that apply here. Feel in yourself the part of you that keeps itself hidden, that does not dare to show itself. And also feel the sadness that comes from doing this. In your heart is a desire to live fully, that is, to stand proudly in the center of your feelings, in touch with your desires, your being, your inspiration. You have so much to give. You are so much more than you usually show to other people, but fear keeps the door shut. Right now there is such need for your light, and you are making a difference. That is why I am asking you to open the door a little and to see what wants to come out. There is a primal force within you, a wisdom, a knowing, a connection to the earth. Because even though you have doubts and hesitations about this world, and you wonder if you have a home here, there is also a deep connection with Mother Earth, her rhythms, her harmony, her beauty. Feel her support, feel the forces of the earth, and open the door a little further so you may be seen. In my time, I was a forbidden woman. I was expected to conform to the prescribed roles and images of women. But I was a strong and independent woman. I did not want to be boxed in, to be bound by prescribed laws. And because I could not be placed in a box, I was later labeled a prostitute, a whore, who had to be redeemed from her sins by Jeshua. What a distorted image. The powers in control at the time could not cope with an inspired, passionate, female energy. It was deemed unfitting, and therefore threatening to the existing social institutions. Of course, it was not only me, I was one among many women. The female energy, as a whole, was misunderstood. And do not get me wrong, I do not say here that the female energy is nothing but good and holy and blissed. The female energy has many forms, the fullness of life is present in her, and so there are also dark sides to the female energy. If the female energy is unbalanced, it can be forceful, dominating, manipulative, and demanding. Just like the male energy, the female energy can function at a lower level than what it essentially is, and I experienced that in myself. I lived with anger and outrage over the established standards in society. I was looking for freedom and independence, and only later in my life did I find inner balance. I no longer felt the need to blame others. I came back to my heart and felt the pure and connecting power of the female energy. I got in touch with my soul and began to understand both the male and female energies within myself. At this time, it is necessary that the female energy awakens in both sexes. Not only is it important that the energy of the heart comes to life, the energy of connection, unity, and love, but also the energy of the abdomen. The abdomen is where passion is situated, the feelings, the emotions, and those also may be overwhelming. That center must come into balance again. Without passion, you cannot live, you have no actual goals, your life has no direction. But passion is suspect in the church traditions. When we speak about the female energy, we are directing our attention to the empathic, connecting power in it. But there is also such a thing as female passion, longing, and desire. Do you also dare to connect with that? This connection is very important for women, as well as for men. It is the connection between heart and abdomen, the link between divinity and humanity. I just said that the female energy can also have a dark side, a shadow, that arises through the energies of the abdomen. But the solution is then not to entirely push aside these energies, to neglect the abdomen, and to focus only on the heart. No, we are all humans, and in being human there is need for self-realization. And the divine wants to cooperate with that need, to connect with it. I ask you, therefore, to connect with the fire in your belly, which is where strong feelings, powers, and desires live. There is no point in turning away from these feelings, or suppressing them, because in them is precisely where the gold lies, the treasure that you seek. When you connect from your heart, with full awareness, with what lives in you even the shadow, then the door is fully open, and you can start really living. Therefore, do not be afraid of powerful emotions and desires in your life. Acknowledge them, give them a face, give them a name. Imagine that there is a shadow in you, something hidden that you would rather not see, or do not want to see, or have actively suppressed. But it is safe being here, and everything in you is allowed to be just as it is. Invite the figure that is your shadow to show itself to you, to make itself known. Maybe there are obsessions, fears, complexes, that you have been struggling with for a long time. They need your attention, your gentle awareness, and without judgment. Let them come out of the dark. You might see a very repressed figure, even a demon, or a monster. But it does not matter, it belongs to you and wants to be seen. If you deny it, it will return to you anyway, but through the back door, and especially then will it cause problems. Acknowledge your own shadow and work together with it. Directly face what emerges from the shadow, and see what lives inside this being. There is a desire for life within this form of the shadow, it wants to belong to you. At this time, the only spirituality that can have meaning is an earthly and grounded spirituality in which being human is recognized and embraced. This is the channel through which your soul wants to manifest. With the suppression of the female energy, this part of you was also suppressed. Not just the loveliness of the heart, the gentleness, the flowing energies of empathy, but also the powerful, passionate, earthly energies of the female side. And there exists a great fear of being that. Female sexuality has been feared in the past, and why was that? Sexuality born of an open heart, sexuality in which passion and love come together is an enormous thrust for change. It awakens people to life, it awakens the soul to life. Real connection from heart to heart, from human to human, is a source of creativity that is not only sexual, but touches all areas of life. It is eros, in the true sense of the word, to rise above yourself, to connect with others, to give from what lives within you. These powers have been suppressed in human history. And I call upon you, women, and men, to allow these powers to again come forth, and to not be afraid of the violent, emotional parts of yourself. Of course, they can show up in an unbalanced way, but that happens when you suppress them, or brand them as unspiritual. Allow all parts to be and become one again within, connect the top with the bottom, the heart with the abdomen. Finally, I would like to emphasize once again how much I see you as divine beings, fully capable of finding your own answers from the reservoir of wisdom and strength within you. I hope to make you aware of this potential, that is my only role. I am your equal, I am not elevated above you. I salute you from my heart and thank you for your presence. Pamela Kribbe. How are we changing our reality? Although human consciousness has subjected itself for eons to a predominance of negativity, we are changing the limits of our tolerance for this, and we are beginning to align more closely with our innate knowing. Humanity has been trained to provide the active life force, to support depravity and destruction, culminating in savagery of all kinds. This is now becoming obvious to nearly everyone, and it is not being tolerated by increasing numbers. Recognition has dawned on many that humanity has been misled about what is tolerable and expected. We need to recognize the energetic quality of our history and current situation. We can accept it as our historical reality, and forgive ourselves for cooperating with it. Then we can resolve it in compassion, and transcend it in a new realization. In a world without negative control, we all know innately and immediately what is the most life-enhancing energy present. This is the job of our conscience, part of our intuition. This inner knowing is faint and non-intrusive, but definitely present. Paying attention to the perspective of our conscience provides awareness of the energetic frequency of our deeper self, and the greater guidance it provides. Once we recognize this connection to our essence, we can give it more attention, and keep it in our awareness. At this point, we no longer need to pay attention, or align with the energy of life diminishment and control. By choosing awareness of higher consciousness, we naturally move into an energetic dimension beyond the reach of negativity. No longer do we need to submit to inhumane force. Throughout humanity this force is diminishing, and losing its power. As we pay attention to our inner knowing, we can withdraw our life force from the negative controllers. When we are in energetic alignment with positive, life-enhancing energy, we become exempt from negative influences. They are energetically in a different dimension in parallel to ours, separated by their polarity. The two wave patterns do not intersect or interact. In our dimension, the positive cancels out the negative, and negative influence disappears from our experience. Everything in our reality consists of electromagnetic waves and patterns of waves. Reality is all about frequency, polarity, and awareness. As we draw energy into our awareness by our energetic signature, we open our realization to what we believe is real. By paying attention to our innate knowing in the essence of our being, we do not bring into our awareness any negative energy. Our position in life is to form and modulate the energetic patterns that come into our awareness in alignment with the consciousness of our Creator essence. As fractals of the Infinite One, we have infinite creative ability, but it is subject to our own beliefs and limitation. We do not need any of these. Although they are part of our own consciousness, they are the primary cause that keeps us from realizing our true nature. In reality, we are unlimited in every way, and we have complete freedom of choice in every moment for how we feel and think. Their vibrations determine the quality of our lives. When we are in alignment with the life-enhancing energy of the Creator consciousness that we feel and know deep within ourselves, we are creating a new world, along with all others who feel the same way. This is elevating the consciousness of humanity and awakening all to the truth of who we are. Archangel Raphael, Lightful application of power. Liberation from negative power aspects affirmation. Say these words and your soul will be healed. I state your name here. I am ready to redeem all negative aspects of power. I ask for this healing so that I can claim my power as a divine human to the full extent. I thank God for this grace. Everything has been achieved. Now we just have to wait for the integration process to take place. Integration in the power theme means that the individual images are released from your energy bodies one after the other. This is why over the next 90 days you may experience more dream images that frighten you, memories that worry you, or reflections in everyday life that amaze you. Because of this powerful intention of yours, all negative aspects of power will be redeemed within 90 days. After that, you will be free, and you can re-embrace your spiritual power. That means living as a whole person. That means being able to access everything that makes you who you are. That means minimizing fears and maximizing courage. Let this process and these words now be followed by a short period of silence. Be aware of the moment, feel the joy, and enjoy the light of angelic powers and the love that surrounds you now. Break. Now we have arrived in your present and future. Now it is time to use your regained access to power, self-confidence and self-empowerment responsibly, and that means declaring yourself to heaven, to the light, and to those divine aspects that shape your destiny beyond the visible. The next step is to declare your intention for the light-filled application of your power to heaven, your family of light, the angels and archangels, the ascended masters and God. Luminous application of power affirmation. Say the following words of self-empowerment. I state your name here. Declare to use my power as a divine human being for the highest good of all beings, and for the highest good of all life. I am co-creator of all beings and creator of my life. And am that I am in the almighty power of God. Break. This declaration reorients you on the topic of power. You will become familiar with power and begin to use and apply your power correctly. Releasing negative power issues and reclaiming power go hand in hand over the next 90 days. You will gradually become familiar with power, and the word power will initially evoke neutrality and then a deep familiarity. What is now taking place in your consciousness is the change from fearful actions to self-confident actions. In the midst of the storms of this time, in a phase where people's self-confidence is being undermined on a daily basis, you rise up, you become self-confident and powerful. It is the most important counter-movement that a person can choose now. Because only through the undermining of human self-confidence and through the manipulated human perception is what is possible today possible, the degradation of the divine human being. And we have put a stop to this today, here, and now. You have been realigned and centered on the all-important issue of power. You will use your power as it is given to you, and you will recognize the abuse of power in this world, but you will no longer involve yourself. You will develop serenity and see what is, but you will no longer involve yourself. Birthday to a living person. Your life takes a turn from negative to positive, From feeling exposed to misfortune, to experiencing happiness, from living in fear to experiencing joy in everyday life. Everything changes inside you, the cells are rewritten, your mind is renewed, and your soul celebrates this day for what it is, your birthday, as a living, divine human being. Now you step into your creative power, and you regain your creative power. Now you are free from those unredeemed power aspects that blocked you from your power. You have attributed evil to power, power has instilled fear in you, and in this way prevented you from using your luminous power. Now you take the helm of your life into your own hands. Now you shape your destiny, you are no longer shaped, and now you live your life, you are no longer lived. You drown your worries in the ocean of light, and divine guidance works its way into every aspect of your daily life. Now you are empowered, self-determined and self-confident. Now everything changes, because you are ready for this step, and have opened your heart to the light for this transformation. Now you are human, through and through, now you are divine, forever and ever connected with yourself and connected with God. What else, beloved human, that you now become aware of the full extent? Reveal your self-affirmation. I state your name here, open my heart, expand my soul, and merge with my infinite spirit. I have arrived at myself and am accepted by God. Pure divine consciousness reveals itself on earth. I thank God for this grace. With this affirmation, this process is complete and your attainment of power is complete. In deep humility I bow before you, who walk the earth, who decided eons ago to embark on this journey, to separate yourself from God, and to expose yourself to these experiences. Everything has been achieved. From now on, life will give you answers with joy and wisdom. Because now you are ready for it. You will be able to receive the gifts, and celebrate life, as the reasons are laid out before you, and a deep understanding of all that is now has been achieved. Beloved person, your humanity changes everything in the world, and using it powerfully makes the divine shine. The path is now marked out for you. In all eternity with God, in all intimacy with you, you have regained the power of self-determination. Healing of your soul, wisdom of your mind, love of your heart, all is achieved. sorceryofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.